AM 560. The Answer.
Pelosi is an amazing example of not just the tolerance of corruption, but the payoff in it. $500 million, this drunken stumblebum. Get off the table, whore! Nancy Pelosi in an interview.
Passing Obamacare.
Obamacare, that was the thrill of it all. Why did I retire?
Yeah.
Well, I've been eager to sort of go into another phase of life.
Was she on the back of Gary? Was she on the back of Gary Busey's motorcycle?
Hey, everyone. Have a great week.
I think she was. She was on the back of that motorcycle. Glenn in Orlando.
Sean, I have to disagree with you about Pritzker not being an athlete. Do you know how much effort it takes to pull up that underwear and those pants?
Not to mention just stand. Don't you remember when he snapped the femur from standing? But now he's on the Ozempic drip. And I don't know if you saw or not, but what's the one, Wegovy, the knockoff of Ozempic? The one gives you one. Believe me, the side effects are unbelievable. But did you see it on Trump RX? It's $199, and if you have your Medicare and your Medicaid and your insurance, they pay $1,300. I love it. So all the Democrat, all those 340-pound mules out there walking around with the repeal ICE, repeal DHS, they all got to type in Trump RX to lose some weight so they could fit in their husband's underpants. Thank you very much. That's the old rule in Melrose Park. Can't get in the underpants, can't get in the car. We had standards back then, Squirrel. Frank, Rogers Park.
Hey, Sean, I absolutely loathe the lying media's portrayal of Jesse Jackson. He was the divider. He had a falling out with Obama and King, and they should have photos of Trump with him.
Do you want me to help you with this? Because I can help you. I can actually make it so that every time you see it, you smile. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
All right, listen. How often, when we grew up, did you ever see a reverend in an Escalade? Because
there you go.
Yeah, the whole thing, rainbow push, all of it. It is the greatest front, really, out in the open, that never paid taxes. Jesse Jackson, the best gangster story ever told. Jesse Jackson is 5 times the gangster Al Capone wished to be. What do you think of that?
You think he takes the cake with Sharpo?
Sharpton is far worse because we do not have the actual evidence, aside from the brother who was a drug dealer and a murderer. We don't have the actual evidence of Jesse Jackson on tape agreeing. Right? No, not that. On tape agreeing to move 10 kilos a week out of the church. Woo-wee! And I love it. And you know what his penalty was? Obama got rid of his IRS debt, and now he's on Ozempic drip and MSNBC imitating a taffy apple in a $6,000 suit. What do you think?
Yeah, he really had a 180.
Told you I could make you smile. Told you. Every time you see it. Jesse Jackson, the greatest gangster story ever told.
The division of the Department of Health and Human Services break down the details.
So this new report from the Inspector General's office focuses on a 1-year contract in March of 2021 for $529 million that was awarded from the Administration of Children and Families to a nonprofit called Family Endeavors. The money going toward a new emergency intake site in Texas with...
Okay, you're right, Squirrel. This might be in the top 10. But I don't know. It's hard to beat the ones in Minnesota. They weren't 500 million. They were 18 billion. Billion with a B. And what happens when they got caught?
The Minnesota judge who tossed out a jury's guilty verdict in a fraud case is not the only judge in Hennepin County who had problems with the state's case. I broke this story that went national a couple weeks ago. Judge Sarah West acquitted Abdi Fattah Youssef 3 months after a jury found him guilty in a $7.2 million home health care fraud scheme. Since then, I've found that another judge, Amber Brennan, dismissed charges against Youssef's wife before it reached trial, and a third judge, Hillary Caligiuri, dismissed charges against another co-defendant. Now
that's gangster. Every judge, what's the common denominator? Good guess, fat. What's the common denominator, Squirrel? All right, ugly, you got me. It's a trifecta. Every single one of them, Democrats. Yes, It was implied with the first two. You're right, Squirrel.
2,000 extra beds. But according to the IG report, there were a few problems. ACF didn't follow federal acquisition requirements for full and open competition due to their own insufficient planning. The contract price was over double the agency's estimate of $244 million.
Over double. And the cover-up? All right, listen, I can't go because even with the Nassau pants, I can't hold it. Send the dingbat.
First Lady Jill Biden making a stop in Minnesota today to tout the country's investments in child care. She was joined by Governor Walz and Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra during a visit this afternoon to the University of Minnesota. Biden highlighted major investments in child care through the American Rescue Plan. Billions of dollars in funding have helped states like Minnesota keep health care and child care providers open and boost pay for child care workers during the pandemic. First Lady.
No, don't talk about that, huh? You want to talk about in on it. You want to talk about Epstein. They pumped out and doubled HHS spending so that it could be stolen.
What's your message to Joe Biden? You.
Exactly. I like that guy. Ken, Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I just seen about Prince Andrew getting locked up.
Well, he's already out, babe. Come on, locked up. Any country, for hundreds of years, you know how low their character is? They think that there are royalty in the country. They're just a bunch of people that marry cousins that aren't wearing a hijab. That's all they are. They're just a bunch of inbred frauds. I don't give a rip about them. How else do you think, Ken? How else do you think Prince Andrew got lucky? How do you think? He's the reason lap dances are $50. If everybody looked like me and you, they'd be a fin. Bastard, driving up the prices of lap dances.
I see a yellow duck looking at me. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a... Shut the f***
Hey, I love that kid too.
Says there's still more work to be done, though.
The challenges families face didn't just start with COVID-19, and we need fundamental changes.
To steal the money. Her dimwit husband, in consultation with her and all the Democrats, doubled the amount of money HHS spent to steal the money. And when the morons who said, what if we get caught? What are we going to do? They said, don't worry, we got the judges. Just like Don Corleone.
The Minnesota judge who tossed out a jury's guilty verdict in a fraud case is not the only judge in Hennepin County who had problems with the state's case. I broke this story that went national.
How many guys from my neighborhood, Squirrel, are locked up for those video games in grills around the neighborhood? They should have bribed a bunch of Democrats and Republicans. You guys could have had Gold Rush Gaming. Dominic, Chicago.
Hey, Sean, I just want to tell you thank you so much, and God bless you and your family. You are the voice of sanity.
Oh, Dom, thank you, babe. I really appreciate
I was a policeman for 37 years, and every day I wake up in this country, and it's like waking up in Rod Serling's Twilight Zone.
Do you know what it is, Dominic? Because all of the things that they sent your father away to fight in World War II, that's what gets elected now. You think I'm kidding you? The National Socialist Worker Party, where do you hear that? Every teacher union, every teacher that promotes it, every Democrat that runs his alderman. These are communists. These are Marxists. And they want you to pretend that they're comfortable by calling themselves socialists. They destroy everything. And you know, Dom, it could be worse. You could be one of the guys that paid $303 million for a building that just sold at 90% less. How'd you like that? You know what that's called? Seriously, in the economic world and in the real estate world. That is catastrophic. And how many people are talking about it? Seriously. This show.
No one.
And the people on this station. And you know who it affects? The people like you. So, Dom, I hope you got out of there. Please tell me you're out of there. Are you out of there?
No, I'm not out of here yet. I mean, out of Chicago? No,
yeah.
I'm not out of Chicago yet, but hope to soon be out of here soon, very soon. But you keep up the fight, my friend. God bless you, because you're the only voice out there for people like you and me. I'm your doppelganger.
Thank you, babe. And you stay off the news, because if I see one of these wildlings hurt Dom, I'm going to go crazy. You understand?
Thank you so much.
You keep that 357 in your hand. Thank you very much. You go to the car, you keep it in your hand. It's a third world in Chicago.